It is way, way more flavorful than your average scotch.
Slam that guy in the scratch.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the re-entry buzz. Cole and I here are doing a blind sample. We both pulled the same thing, don't know what it is, but we're going to give you a hot take on it. We're going to sniff and sip and tell you how much we'd pay for it. Try to guess what it is after the break here. So Cole and I are just going to shove our noses in here and see what we get. You ready? Oh, okay.
Not bad. It's just
very
potent and
right
telling.
Yeah. Okay. This will be fun. This is Cole's territory, if you know what I mean. Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. I would pay I'm honing in somewhere around 150. I already said it out loud, so let's go 150. I think that's a little generous, but I would pay between 100 and 150 for this. This is over 100 for me easily.
Yeah. 130 myself was the first thing that came into my mind. Love it.
Yeah.
I hope. What is it? Is the question.
That is the question. So we will think about that and we'll formulate.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you right after this break. All right, we're back. There are some telling things about this, but then there are some elusive things about this. So I'll get started with my notes first here. So on the nose, I wrote scotchy scotch.
Totes. And more than just that.
Talk about telling things. Yeah. On the nose, I said grains, just grains, like a zombie grains. It is fresh grains and it is proofy on the nose. So on the palate, I got big stone fruit, very juicy fruit, along with all the grains that was on the nose.
Nice.
Big peat. ABV heat just rolls in halfway through, and to tell you that it is not a 85, 86 proofer.
No,
it is higher than that. Yeah. It is way, way more flavorful than your average scotch. Scratch.
Slam that guy in the scratch.
Hey, this is the reentry buzz. We have had a couple drinks. On the finish, I said briny Band-Aid sugary finish.
Nice.
What do you think about that?
I like it. I thought this was a bourbon personally, but I'll go through my notes. No, I'm kidding. I didn't think it was a bourbon. Nose, I said smoky baby, but lightly malty and slightly perry. Definitely an Islay Scotch. I consider this. We have smoky American single malts. This is way outside the realm of those, like smokiness.
The pear kind of delicate fruit side. I like that.
Yeah. On the palate, I said, wow, potent in proof, potent in smoke. Like your tongue is tingling on both of those things when you sip it. I said really powerful front of the palate, but really beautifully complex in the evolution of the palate, I said. On the finish, I said smoky and beautifully sweet. Reminds me of Ardbeg. But I feel like so here's my dilemma it is so peated that it reminds me of Hypernova. Ooh. But it feels so developed that it feels like it's much more aged than Hypernova, which my thought is that Hypernova is decently aged, which tampons the peatiness. The age typically like sweets it out, and like the peat's still there, but it's like, but the peat is here. Plus it also feels very well developed in flavor. So I did not think this was like Hypernova. So I said, I feel like it's too aged to be this peaty, but too peaty to be this aged. And I said later note, like a follow-up note after I had sipped it a few times, hints of tropical fruit on the final 10 out of 10 finish. I got a little bit of tropical fruit on there after the final few sips. I said it was glorious. I'll go through my guesses real quick. To hedge a little bit, I said bourbon on type. No, I'm kidding. I said Islay Scotch. And I said secondary grain, not applicable. This is a single malt, no doubt. Distillery, I hedged a little bit here. I said Ardbeg on distillery. I think this is beautifully aged and beautifully peated. Proof, I said 106, which I still think is a little low, but I proof matched a guess on the bottle guess.
Nice.
Age, I said 17. I actually went with finished. Actually, I said no. I believe this is 100% the same barrel throughout. But I said bottle guess was Highland Park 17, the light.
Oh,
and why I said that was the light is older, but it's also 100% ex-bourbon casks. And the color on this really doesn't lead me to believe this is a sherry finish or something like that. So
nice.
100%. And then I said score, I gave it a 9.2/A. Love it. Love it. All developed. Yeah.
So here's the difference between the two of us. You were thinking age was rounding everything out. And I am thinking that a bourbon barrel juicy butteriness is rounding everything out. So on type, I said Scotch.
Okay.
Of course. On secondary grain, I said nope. Distillery, I said Kilchoman.
Kilchoman? Nah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Wow. Okay, I'm out. On proof, we were pretty close. I said 108 on the proof.
Okay.
Age, I said 7. So I'm sticking youthy for the punchiness that it has. And
I probably did well with that guess.
I'm hoping for that big bourbon barrel finish.
Yeah.
Juicy bourbon barrel finish. So finished, I said no. Because I believe that this is the Kilchoman single barrel that is like bourbon sauterne sherry finish. It's a blend of all these different barrels, but the primary, at least 60% or so, I think, is the bourbon barrel. So I think that's where all this thick butteriness is coming from.
So you said no.
For finished, I said no, because these are all, it was in each part of it was in one
So there was no final finish.
It wasn't blended together and then put in another barrel or anything. That is my guess. For score, I said A-, because it's got some harsh edges to it a little bit, but all in all, as far as scotches go, this is so up my alley for like a bourbon drinker's scotch. It's got some potency. It's got a little harsh edges, stuff for you to kind of wince through a little bit as you drink it. But you're like, dang, there is so much flavor here. So I gave it an A-.
All right.
You ready?
It's time to reveal. Got it in the back pocket. You ready?
Yes. Oh no.
Oh, of course it's Octomore. Why didn't I think of that? It didn't even cross my mind.
Dang,
it is so peaty and so proofy, and that totally adds up.
Dang.
But my proof guess wasn't too bad, yo. All right, we'll be back. We'll tally the scores and we'll judge it up. We'll be right back.
All right, we're back. Turns out Cole and I both really like Octomores.
Yeah.
It's got proof, it's got peat, it's got everything a bourbon drinker likes in scotch. So going through these guesses here, we said type scotch. We both nailed that, obviously, and the secondary grain too. 5 points, 3 points for both of us. Distillery, getting into the differentiators here. So
Bruichladdich, baby.
Yeah, so it was Bruichladdich. Cole said Ardbeg. I said Kilchoman. We were close, but no cigar. Proof. Both of us were way too low on the proof, man.
But I think we both believed that it was close to this actual proof.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I was like, I don't even know any Islay scotches that get this high in proof. So that's why I bet low, and I bet that's why you bet low.
I was too scared to guess this high on proof.
Same. Yeah.
Cole said 106. I said 108. It was 118.4. So it was just beyond that 10 proof point window. Both of us got 0 points. But the age here is what sets us apart. So Cole guessed high on age. I guessed mid on age. 17-7 here. The actual age was 5. So I scored 3 points. Cole got 0 here and rounded it all out here on the finish. Not finished. So I guess we each got points for that there. 2 points. And for the bottle guesses, Cole said Highland Park 17, the light. I said Kilchoman bourbon Sauterne sherry. Obviously not correct. It was Octomore 14.4.
Finished or not finished, aged 5 years in Colombian virgin oak and 106 ppm on the phenol scale.
Good stuff here. So Cole final tally here is 10. Bryan final tally is 13. So Bryan is now up officially 3-0 on Cole here, getting an early lead on the season. Let it be known, though, this has happened before. I believe last season I had an early lead on you as well. And then the ties took over.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you killed it. Yeah. But no ties yet this season. Hey-oh.
Yep. So far the new scoring system's working. No ties.
Hey, and this was I feel like this will be a great episode because like Octomore is a big deal in terms of like blind tasting. I mean, it just feels like this is a good telling episode.
Yeah,
they're usually a
good one to have blinded. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I'm blown away. Keep it up, Octomore. Bruichladdich. Thank you. Huge shout out to Ben Klepsig for sending the sample in.
Awesome. I wondered who this was from. Nice.
This is definitely a Ben Klepsig joint. Ben, you're awesome. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a fun time. Hope you guys check us out again on Chill Filters, The Reentry Buzz. Dude, it is potent.